Hi everyone, my name is Rodrigo and you're watching Travelzilla, and today I'm here at the Lisbon International Airport and I'm going to be your guide for the day. But before we go anywhere, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe, and also to follow me on Instagram at Rodrigo Morato with 2 T's, link in description. Are you ready? Let's get straight to it. Welcome to Lisbon. So guys, welcome to the airport. First, we're going to start with arrivals here. I'm going to show you a little bit of arrivals and then I'm going to move on to departures. Welcome to arrivals. Let's start. Welcome to Lisbon's International Airport. I'm going to start this video at arrivals first and then I'm going to move on to departures at both Terminals 1 and 2, okay? This video was made by combining images taken from a variety of flights coming in and out of this airport in recent years. Come along. As we approach the Humberto Delgado Airport in Lisbon, we realize how close to the city center it is. It's actually located only 4 to 5 miles outside of central Lisbon. I still remember the first time I ever landed here in the mid-90s. The era wasn't even here yet, but I was. Okay, let's stop it right there. I'm still a kid, you know? Of course I am. Been coming here for more than 2.5 decades though. The airport consists of 2 terminals, but all arriving flights are processed by Terminal 1 only. So I won't be talking about Terminal 2 until we get to departures, okay? Let's go. As soon as you arrive here, you'll notice that this airport is already too small to support all the city's current airline activity. And there's a huge demand for a lot more flights coming in and out of the city in store. So don't be surprised if your plane stops at a remote parking position, nor if you need to take the bus from your given plane to Terminal 1, where all arriving flights are processed. That happens a lot around here. Now let's have a look at 2 different examples of incoming flights in which I had to take the bus to Terminal 1. A TAP Air Portugal flight coming from Seville, Spain aboard an ATR 72-600 and an Azul Brazilian Airlines flight coming from Viracopos Airport, which is around Sao Paulo, to Lisbon, Portugal aboard an Airbus A330neo. Now it's time for me to share with you a little bit about the stats and the history of this very airport. Let's go. In the 1930s, transatlantic flights linking Europe to both North and South America were made by seaplanes, also known as hydroplanes. Lisbon served as a connection hub and the seaplanes stopped at the area today known as Expo. From the hydroplane airport, passengers had to make their way to a regular airport located about 3 kilometers or 1.8 miles away from the river and board to locations all over continental Europe on short flights. That place from back in the day is exactly where we are today. At the time, this airport was known as Portelas Airport. Now it's called Humberto Delgado Airport or simply Lisbon Airport. This airport was first inaugurated in 1942. As previously mentioned, all passengers from all incoming flights need to arrive via Terminal 1. You can get to Terminal 1 either by taking the bus from your given plane at arrivals, or you can disembark directly via one of the airport's 17 jetways or connecting bridges. The airport consists of 2 terminals responsible for processing more than 30 million passengers a year, which is very close to the airport's total capacity actually. Solutions for such a big problem have been discussed over the years, but disputes between the government and environmentalists from the extreme left seem to be far from over. In my personal opinion, the solution to this problem will come from a combination of 2 things: the expansion of the current airport and the construction of a new one within Lisbon's metropolitan area. After that, you're gonna have to go through the shopping center located at departures. Yeah, just follow the signs to the baggage claim area and you'll be just fine. All passengers that come from inside and outside the Schengen area must come through here, which can be a little chaotic at times. If you're coming from outside the European Union or the Schengen area, you need to go through immigration, which is located here at Terminal 1.
Hey, I have a very important tip for you. When you get here at arrivals, it's very important that you know where your given belt or baggage carousel is going to be.
Follow the signs until the escalators that will take you one floor down from where you were previously, and then you get to a very different set of doors. Now pay attention to a very important message regarding what you're going to do after you get past these doors, okay?
So as soon as you get out of that door, there is a screen to your left side. Actually, two screens to the left side, and that's where your belt is informed. So
as soon as you go through, look to your left, you'll find a TV screen where you find out which luggage carousel pertains to your given flight, as well as which belt will be dedicated to non-standard pieces of luggage such as surfboards, sports equipment, music equipment, so on and so forth. There are more than a dozen luggage belts at the baggage claim area, but like I said before, if your piece of luggage isn't standard or a standard 23 kilo bag, you must pick it up at a different belt.
So if you have an oversized piece of luggage, look for belt number 14 to pick it up, okay? This is it. I picked mine up, now I have to get out of here and get back home.
After you go through customs, you end up at this area where the Lisboa bakery is located. Every time I come to Lisbon since the mid-90s, I stop here to grab a cup of coffee, eat a couple of Portuguese pastries, and get on with life. It's sort of a tradition already. So if you wish to take a taxi to your final destination, it's really easy, you guys. Taxis will be available at this platform located just outside the area where the Lisboa bakery is located. Now, if you wish to take the subway or metro to your hotel or Airbnb, just follow the signs and you'll be there in no time. The airport is linked to the metro system by the red line. If you wish to know more, just watch my video about how to get from the airport to the city center by metro and vice versa.
If you want to know more about how to get to the city center of Lisbon by subway, please watch my video. Link in description, and the metro station is right there, right in front of the airport.
In the video, I also show you how you can purchase a metro card and much more. Link in description on the iCard displayed on your computer screen and the first comment of the comment section. Back in arrivals, you find a lot of car rental companies as well as telecom stands in the area adjacent to the Lisboa bakery. If you wish to take an Uber, go to this atrium at arrivals, go up the escalators to your left side and follow the signs to the exit adjacent to the area designated to tap Air Portugal.
To get to the Uber area, you're gonna have to go up these escalators here and then cross the road and get to the Uber area. Check it out.
Go up the escalators to your left side and then exit the building. Once you're outside the building, go across the street, you'll see a bus stop which is used for buses that link terminals 1 and 2. Keep going straight till you see a platform. That's where all Uber drivers collect their respective clients, okay? Now it's time for us to go to departures. Are you ready? Let's go!
So now that you've seen arrivals, let's move on to departures. Welcome to departures, let's go.
If you wish to get to the airport by Uber, it isn't expensive at all. I always pay something between 4 to 12 euros one way to get from my Lisbon apartment to the airport. If you can also come by metro, which will cost you only €1.50. If you take the subway to the airport, you'll exit in front of Terminal 1, which is right here. The Lisbon airport is linked to over 132 destinations spread all around the world, and it's also a hub for flights that link Europe to South America. Once you go in, just go up the escalators to the right side to find the various luggage drop-off / check-in desks. If you come by car, you'll be dropped off right here. Here at Departures Terminal 1, you have two distinct scenarios. If you're flying TAP Air Portugal, you have at your disposal an entire TAP Air Portugal area dedicated just for yourself and other TAP Air Portugal customers, obviously. If you're not flying TAP though, you're gonna have to look for a TV screen and find out from which counter your designated company will process your luggage drop-off.
If you have your luggage already and you've checked in, you need to register your luggage there, tag it, and then join the line here.
Well, just look for any available check-in machines, write your reservation number and last name, and then tag your own bags accordingly. Then stand in line and wait for your turn to dispatch your own pieces of luggage as shown.
You need to register your luggage there, tag it, and then join the line here. And then after you join the line, you need to drop your luggage off yourself here in one of the computers. That's the way it works.
This area is dedicated to TAP Air Portugal customers only. If you're an European passport holder, you can go through immigration via an automated immigration gate. If not, try to get there as early as you can, for the lines at immigration can be quite long depending on the time of the year. Good luck. After you check your pieces of luggage, wait and collect your receipt and then move on to departures, where you go through security and then go to the shopping mall and immigration if you need to. Very close to Burger King, but on the floor below, you'll find the Loja do Passaporte or passport shop. If you hold Portuguese citizenship and need a new passport for some reason, that's where you're gonna need to go to in order to get it. At one point, I had to travel urgently, and in less than 24 hours, I was able to get a brand new passport. It cost me 100 euros, obviously. More than 60 airlines from all over the world fly in and out of Lisbon. Companies such as TAP Air Portugal from here, Azul and Latam from Brazil, British Airways, American Airlines, Air Canada, KLM, Royal Air Morocco, Iberia, so on and so forth fly here. If you're not flying TAP Air Portugal, which has an entire area just for themselves, please look for a TV screen and check from which check-in counters the airline of your choice will be dispatching your bags. All other companies share the counters distributed into many different zones, such as the ones on your screen right now. The majority of the 60 airlines that fly here depart from Terminal 1.
So now I'm gonna check my pieces of luggage, go through security, go through immigration, then get out of here. Today it's gonna be quite hectic.
Terminal 1 offers 68 check-in counters. Guys, if you're flying a low-cost airline, check out which terminal you need to go to, for low-cost airlines can fly from both terminals, okay? So now that I've checked my pieces of luggage at Azul's business class, I'll take you to Terminal 2, where most low-budget airlines depart from. Let's go. To get to Terminal 2, please head to the exit closest to the check-in area that belongs to TAP Air Portugal. When you get out of the building, go across the street for the bus stop like I've shown you before, and wait for the bus link that connects you to both terminals. It's located in front of the exit, just outside TAP Air Portugal's check-in counters. If you happen to depart from Terminal 2, try to arrive at least 2.5 hours prior to your flight. Transportation between the two terminals can only be made by buses that depart every 10 minutes from Terminal 1 to 2. The ride is no longer than 3 to 5 minutes long, and it's free of charge. The last time I used Terminal 2 was on a flight to Milan, Italy by a very famous low-budget airline called EasyJet. Let's check it out. Terminal 2 is dedicated to low-cost airlines only. From here, you board flights that belong to companies such as Eurowings, Norwegian, Ryanair, Transavia, Vueling, Wizz Air, and EasyJet.
Now I'm gonna go to boarding area.
This EasyJet flight review to Milan is here on Travelzilla, link in description. Hey guys, you must pay attention though, because Ryanair and EasyJet flights can depart from both Terminals 1 and 2, so make sure you check which terminal is right for your flight. At Terminal 2, you find a large duty-free shop and a few other stores. Let's check them out. So Terminal 2 is only dedicated to departures, like I mentioned before. All arriving flights are processed via Terminal 1.
Now they've announced the gate, so I'm standing here too, ready to board.
Terminal 2 offers 22 check-in counters and 15 boarding gates. I had to ride the bus to get to my EasyJet flight to Milan. At this terminal, there are no jetways. If you'd like to watch my full trip report, the link is here in the description of this video. Now that I'm finally boarding on my EasyJet flight to Milan, let's go back to Terminal 1 so that I can show you what it's like flying business class at Azul Brazilian Airlines from Lisbon to Brazil. Let's go. Back at Terminal 1, when you use this terminal, try to go through security as soon as possible because this airport tends to be packed, especially in the summer. Please arrive 2 hours prior to your flight if you're flying within Europe, or 3 hours before your flight if you're flying outside the Schengen area or going to other continents such as Africa, Asia, or the Americas.
So now I'm gonna check my pieces of luggage, go through security, go through immigration, then get out of here. Today it's gonna be quite hectic. I just went through security, now I'm going to board.
If you're planning on collecting back whatever you paid on sales tax, make sure you have all forms filled out and the tax return counters are located before you enter the duty-free shop. Remember, before you enter the duty-free shop, okay? The Lisbon Airport duty-free shop is quite big and offers a wide variety of products and brands from all over the globe. Let's check it out. Now it's finally time to head to the boarding gates. Come along, join me. And remember, if you're flying to countries such as Brazil, Canada, or the US, be prepared to endure really long lines most of the time. This is the main atrium or hall here at departures. It's pretty nice, isn't it? It's the same place we went through as we arrived here at the beginning of this video, remember? If you wish to stay at one of the VIP lounges, go up the escalators and you'll be just fine.
So I went through security. I had an overweight piece of luggage, so I had to get rid of some pieces of equipment that I had. Of course, I'm carrying it with me now. So anyway, dual handle. Now I have to rush through immigration, and well, I'm lucky I'm Portuguese, so I can. And actually, I got a fast track too. So let's go. Check this out. I'm here at the food court.
Before I forget, this airport is managed by Vancy Airports, which has won a 50-year tender to manage this airport via a public concession that will expire only in 2062. Vancy Airports is a multinational company born in France and that manages the most important airports here in Portugal, such as Lisbon's, Porto's, and Faro's, so on and so forth. There's a vlog about Porto's airport here on Travelzilla, okay guys? Link in description. Vancy also manages 8 airports in Brazil, including Salvador de Bahia and Porto Velho in the Amazon, as well as airports in 12 more countries. Boarding at Terminal 1 is divided into 2 sections, one for flights within Europe or the Schengen area, which is like a national flight, you don't need to go through immigration for that. There's also another section dedicated to flights outside the EU or the Schengen area, which means that you're gonna fly to the US, Canada, Brazil, Argentina, South Africa, the Middle East, so on and so forth. And for that, you're gonna need to go through immigration, okay? A lot of people get nervous before they go through immigration, so how about visiting the restrooms? The airport has dozens of them. Let's have a look. The Lisbon Airport offers 39 restaurants and cafes and 98 shops distributed in both Terminals 1 and 2, including world-famous brands such as Burberry, Zenga, amongst others. Not to mention 2 large duty-free shops, as well as a branch of the Versailles Café, which is very well known here in Portugal. The food court has branches of well-known names in the fast food industry, such as McDonald's, Pizza Hut, KFC, so on and so forth, and a branch of one of my favorite bakeries in Europe, Paul Bakery from Paris. I love it there. So, if you're in a hurry, the food court is located very close to immigration, so grab a cup of coffee and eat something and waste no time, you know, in case you're in a hurry, like I said before. Immigration often has huge lines, especially in the summer.
I got a 16-euro voucher, so because my plane was late. Oh my goodness, it's the happiness of the poor. Now I'm gonna try to cash in, and that's it. I'm excited. I'm gonna go through immigration now. This is what saved me. I am so glad I'm Portuguese. So I went through immigration, no line at all.
I'm European, so I went through immigration via one of those e-gates, which scanned my passport. It was really quick. After I went through immigration, I came across one of the airport's most beautiful shops, which is all about Portuguese canned sardines. Yeah, mate. Definitely worth a visit. It's a very pretty store. Now let's move forward to my Azul Airlines flight to Sao Paulo Viracopos by business class. I'll share a bit about that with you guys right now, but if you'd like to watch more, there's a vlog about that, link in description. There are 2 different flight review vlogs departing from Lisbon to São Paulo here on Travelzilla. One flying business via Azul Brazilian Airlines and another one flying economy with TAP Air Portugal from Lisbon to GRU Airport. Same cities, but different airlines and different airports and different planes involved. Links in description, first comment in the comment section or on the iCard.
So we're about to board in about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna head straight to the business class line, which is an exclusive line just for business class passengers, of course.
So I've flown to Brazil aboard an Airbus A330neo from Lisbon to Viracopos Airport, which is located 95 kilometers or 60 miles from downtown São Paulo, where I also spent a lot of time. I got an apartment there. I had a few problems with this flight, okay? First, the departure time had changed, and then ultimately the flight got cancelled, and then the second flight was delayed too, which is uncommon when it comes to Azul Airlines. As a consequence of that, Azul issued me 3 vouchers, one for 600 reais or 110 euros, 112 US dollars for that initial delay, and then a 300 US dollar voucher, which of course I'm going to use to buy my flight back to Portugal via business class, obviously, right? And then they issued me also a 16 euro food voucher. So did it work in the end? Could I use all of them? To find out, you must watch my other videos. I ain't gonna tell you anything about that right now, okay? So this airport has 2 different runways. The most widely used is called 0220, which is 4 kilometers or 2.5 miles long, and the only one that has been equipped with a system called ILS KAT 3, which helps planes to land and depart from here more efficiently. The other runway is called 1735. It's 2.5 kilometers or 1.55 miles in length, and it's more appropriately used in times when the airport is affected by the strong winds that come from Northern Europe. I love this airport because every time I fly here, I'm reminded of my first trips to Portugal in the mid-90s. It's nostalgic, you guys. Now it's time for me to say, see you soon, Lisbon Airport. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, share, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at Rodrigo Morato with 2 T's, link in description. Guys, thank you so much. I love this airport. Welcome to Lisbon. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.